If you're looking to sell your home, whether it's an investment, a personal, or a rental property, I'm going to break down the ways that you can get it sold so you can avoid scams, get the top dollar, get it sold fast, and make it where you have a desired result. My name is Aiden. I'm a local investor and agent here in the DFW. I'm structuring deals with sellers, working with buyers, and helping them achieve their outcome. There are three main ways you can go about selling your home. I'm going to break them down to you by the end of this video. Stay tuned. The first method you have is a cash offer. This is best for people who have homes that are in distraught condition, need major repairs, are under foreclosure, are under a time crunch, are moving out of town, want to get the home sold quickly, as in if it's an inheritance or something of that nature. Why? Because cash offers often come way below market value. They need room for the investor who is buying the home to make profit. An ROI, a return on investment. That's what investors are looking for when they're buying cash. 99% of times it's an investor buying cash. 1% of buyers have millions in the bank and are looking for personal property and paying cash with it. 1% of buyers. The other 99%, the investors that I'm talking to on a daily basis, they want to see a ROI, return on investment, whether it's cash flow, equity, or something of the nature. There needs to be incentives there. So, the pros, you get your home sold fast on your timeline, whether it's a 7, 14, or 30-day close. You don't have to deal with repairs, maintenance, and oftentimes the investor takes care of the closing costs. The pros, those are the pros. The cons of this is way below market value. Often 70 to 80%. If it's a personal property or an investment property, it's 70 to 80% of the value, of on market value, of after repair value. If you have a land lot, it's even more discounted, like 50%. Now, the second option that you can use to get your home sold, and this is the most common option, you can list it on market, whether it's by yourself, a for sale by owner listing, or a listing with the realtor. I'll describe the pros and cons of each here. When you list on market, you have time, first of all. You don't mind waiting, okay, because it often takes longer than a cash offer. You're not going to get it sold likely in 7 to 14 days because buyers like to shop around. They like to pick and choose. It just takes time, especially when you're going at a retail price. That is what you're getting. You're trading time for price, a retail price. And oftentimes, if you have an agent around, you can find out how long the homes in your neighborhood are sitting on the market for. And you can gauge a timeline. So you have the pros. You'll get higher price, retail price, top of the line. If you're listing it by yourself, you likely need to find the CMA of some sorts to go about getting your home sold by yourself, because an agent will find that price for you, find the sweet spot, and know where to list your home at. A competitive price. The cons of listing it on market. You have to pay commissions. Now, if you're listing it for sale by owner, you don't have to pay all the commissions, right? And you get it sold by yourself, you don't have to pay all the commissions. But if you're listing it on market with the realtor, the industry standard, you're going to pay 6% realtor commissions. That's for buyers and sellers. You need 3% to attract the buyer's agent and then 3% to attract the seller's agent. The next con that you have listing it on market where you don't have with a cash offer is you're going to have a bunch of showings. All right, there's going to be a bunch of random people walking your house trying to figure out if it's the house they want to buy. That's honestly not conducive for a lot of buyers or sellers. Another con is you have to go and show your home, not just commissions, but whether it's for sale by owner or you're listing it with the realtor, you're going to have random people walking your house trying to figure out if it's the right house for them, if they want to buy it or not. And that just takes time. People want to know they're buying, a good house. Okay? Those are the cons of listing it on market. Now, with an agent, ideally, this agent is taking care of everything. It makes it smooth and easy process, no headaches for you. As hard as home ownership and selling the home may be, the agent is a professional, and if he's doing his job right, it should be seamless. All right? He should take on all the burden, all the hassle, all the paperwork, etc., and just give you guided steps to get your home sold for top dollar. And ideally, he has everything laid out from A to Z. All right, the third method that people don't know about is creative financing. And this is how you can get your home sold without the commissions, without the repairs, kind of like a cash offer or for sale by owner, but you get paid out over time. And this is a pro because you don't have to deal with commissions, you don't have to deal with repairs or showings or anything like that. And the investor comes in, buys your home, takes over the note if you have one. If you have a note, it's called subject to the mortgage. If you don't have a note, it's called owner financing. And ideally, this is perfect for properties that have no note, because once that seller receives a payment, they don't have to pay anything else, right? Everything is net. Now, oftentimes the seller is just going to set up a direct deposit from the buyer's account to the bank that receives the mortgage, and then everything else on top of that, if it's subject to, goes to the seller's account. But if it's not a mortgage owned property, a bank owned property, and it's outright free and clear, this is the best case scenario because every dollar gets sent into the seller's pocket. And this is why it's best for sellers without a mortgage. So they can walk with money, no repairs needed, no nothing like that, and they get paid out over time. That is ideal for seller financing, creative financing. All right, those are the three main ways that you can use to sell your home. You have cash, you have retail, or you have the creative offers. If you're looking to buy or sell your home in the DFW, there's many options, many ways to go about it. There's a link down in the description. Just hit it. It'll take you to a page to book with me. We'll have a quick conversation and see what is the best route to go. Even if you don't work with me, it's all good. It's free. Let's just find you a solution and get you going. All right. That is my time for now, guys. Until the next video, subscribe if you like the content. Leave me a comment, and I'll see you on the next one. All right. Peace out.